Half Done podcast. But first, here's a quick disclaimer.
The views expressed in this following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the Half Done Podcast, LLC, or those of any of our sponsors. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Nick.
And you're tuned in to the Half Done podcast.
It's been a little bit again. We've been busy, to say the least, the last few weeks, but coming ahead, I think we got some good stuff for you guys today. We'll give you a little rundown of where life's at as far, and I think we've decided too we're gonna start giving out a little bit of our upcoming ideas, so to say, for the podcast we keep talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Since the last time you heard from us, we've met together. That one night we probably did a couple hours worth of research and stuff. So even though it's the half done where we do things kind of half done, we're going all out for this project.
Yep. So we'll get into it a bit later. It should be pretty sweet. New change of pace for us. But yeah, just kind of kick her off. Like I said, it's been a few weeks. You guys had a show here recently. Been traveling on my end a little bit and working away on both of our ends. So pretty casual time, I'd say.
Yeah, just trying to enjoy as much of the summer as we can. We hope you guys are as well. And like always, if you had like a great summer and you just want to share that story or day with us, like feel free to share it, and we'd love to just talk about it on the show.
Absolutely. Or if you're thinking you need to have a great day still before the end of the summer is, hit us up. I mean, hell, if we're close enough, maybe we get together and we have a memorable, awesome summer day. Who knows? Maybe we go to a beach, have a couple of drinks, things get weird, and it's just a good overall day. We all escape from it or come out of it with as little sunburn as possible.
I like that, and the microphone will be turned on for the whole day, so
yeah,
we'll get some good content.
Yeah, you can be like a guest appearance, or so to say, on the podcast. So should be pretty sweet. Hit us up.
Very very slice of life-esque, not scripted. It's just real, dirty realism.
Yep, real dirty half done realism. So yeah, I think that's good to go. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we had talked about it a little bit on the podcast before, but like you said, there's not a ton of summer left.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something we need to do before the weather turns, well, we still got some sunshine and some, good vibes. So I think we need to get a couple kiddie pools. We need to get some hams, and we need to do the hams challenge.
I think so too, and honestly, I'm free this Sunday if you are.
This Sunday I can't because I'm going to be spending my weekend drinking whiskey and bottling some.
Okay.
But maybe the following weekend, hell, maybe we take a Friday evening. Weather's cooling down, we get the sun still on us.
Yeah. Just
kind of hang out in the pool with some hams. We should probably explain the challenge, though.
I think we should. We're kind of like sister shows with the Devious Duo, which, if you're not familiar with, do you want to kind of just give a quick rundown?
Yeah. So Devious Duo, we're going way back to our collegiate days.
Yeah, we need to cue like the harp.
Yeah,
strings.
cue the little sad harps taking us back, whatever. But yeah, back in the day when me and you first met doing radio and everything. The show I did was the Devious Duo. Anthony, shout out to you when you're listening to this. Who's my co-host, my co-anchor, and we did a lot of fun things in the studio. We had a lot of real good times. But one thing that stayed consistent during my collegiate career was my joy of drinking hams, the beer from the land of sky blue waters. It's a cheap beer. A lot of people don't like it, but I do enjoy it. It's not like a bad beer.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. And it's local. So
yeah, I think it gets a bad rap for being cheap. It originally harkens from Minneapolis, so not super far from where we're at now. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad beer if you're looking for something that's okay, and it's pretty reasonably priced to get a lot of them. That's the beer to go.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys did like some ads for them?
Yeah. So we did a fake advertisement for Hams, and which actually got a little bit of love. Their official Facebook page shared it. We got some likes and stuff on it, so it's pretty cool. So if you haven't seen it, I'll share it. I'll share it this upcoming week on Half Done's page and check it out a little bit.
So what you're saying kind of is you've already been in contact with Hams, so this challenge might become a reality.
I think it could, and maybe we'll take a step back. So y'all know we've said kiddie pools and Hams. So essentially what it is we take a case of Hams and we're going to each have our own kiddie pool, like the little plastic, tiny, like 3.5 foot diameter things filled with water, and we can't leave the kiddie pool until myself and yourself collectively finish a case of Hams, which is 30 beers.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you thinking like crack of dawn, or what are you thinking?
Well,
like day drinking or night drinking?
I'm thinking, so if we did it on like a Friday, right?
Okay.
So, we get off work, it's 5 o'clock, we have ourselves a good meal, so we have something to
build up.
Yeah, so we have something in the system. And I think it like kind of early evening into night drinking. Let's say we start it by 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Sure.
That gives us a good 6 hours roughly, at least, of sitting there drinking it. And 15 beers a piece over 6 hours, that's about 2 beers an hour, plus a little bit, so about 2.3 or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty doable.
Oh, it does.
Which is problematic that it sounds doable, because I know personally how I attack these things is once I start, I immediately realize what a bad idea. And then I have to go very quickly, which is it's very problematic.
It's kind of funny because, given 6 hours, that'd be like midnight by the time we're done.
Yeah.
So we got to have the tiki torches out, or we'll be freezing.
Yeah, so we'll have the tiki torches out. We'll have maybe a fire going next to us. We'll have a cooler, obviously, with the beer and some snacks in there. It'd be a good time. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you ever did them, but when I was in college, we had during D-Days, which was homecoming week there at USD, we do Friday night was the annual game of Edward 40 Hands. You ever play that?
I have not, but I've been in parties where people are playing it.
Yeah, so for the listeners that are unaware, essentially what Edward 40 Hands is you get a 40-ounce bottle of malt liquor, and you tackle 2 of them. So you have one in each hand, and you have to duct tape a 40-ounce thing of malt liquor to each hand, and you can't take them off until they're both finished. Which every single year it was the same thing. I was really excited for it. I was like, God, this is going to be great. So much fun. And then the moment that they start getting taped to my hands, I was like, oh shit, this is a bad idea. And then I'd sit there.
You're not a quitter, are you?
Oh no. Like the problem is like I was very non-strategic with it. Essentially, as soon as they were taped to my hands, I'd have somebody open both of them, and I'd go sit in a corner by myself where it was quiet, and I would just take a drink from one, breathe, take a drink from the other one, breathe, because you want to finish both of them at the same time. Otherwise, if you finish one hand, you're like, I still have a full one. So I mean, I powered through these things. I think the best time I ever did was I don't know, maybe 17 minutes or something like that.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
It was painful. But as soon as I got done, I was like you're just looking for take them off.
Yeah.
So then they take them off, and then you're free, and then all of a sudden 20 minutes later it just hits you like a wall, and then you feel the effects real quick.
And just a side note, please drink responsibly. Half Done Podcast does not condone excessive drinking.
Half Done Podcast does not condone irresponsible, unsafe drinking. So
yeah, but if you're an adult doing adult things with, not by yourself, with like friends and stuff.
Don't sit around at home and attempt to do something like that, because that's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
If you're with a group of people, and if you can't handle anything close to that, just don't try it. You probably shouldn't try it regardless, but
yeah,
it was fun. I found after the first time I did it, so I'm a hairy guy, so like taking the duct tape off hurts, but not as bad after you drink 2 or 80 ounces of malt liquor. You don't feel as much.
I'm sure you didn't feel a lot of anything.
No, just a real agony is what I felt. So what I figured out the next year was I took long socks, like socks I could roll up to my elbows, and I put them on my hands before there. So 1, it keeps the beers a little cooler, and then 2, I'm not ripping arm hair off when they're duct taped.
Were your hands pretty sweaty though?
Not after, probably towards the end, yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I mean, I got the beers like as cold as I could, which actually apparently, I guess from experience is true. You want them probably room temperature if you're going to do it fast, because it's easier to drink carbonated beverages when they're not cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there is some strategy to this.
There is some strategy, yes. Get done quickly.
So I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to do half and half for the Hams challenge. So you might have to do, a little bit more than 50%.
I'll give you a pep talk beforehand. If I have to lean over and help you drink that last couple beers,
oh man,
we'll get that. Over the course of 6 hours, I feel like it's pretty doable.
Yeah.
You would have 6 hours, so you'd lose about a beer a system, or a beer an hour from your system. So if you spaced it out well, like a responsible person would, then you would probably feel okay-ish. Like you'd feel it, but you'd feel okay-ish.
Yeah.
But if you're irresponsible, like I would probably do it and just want to get it done. I would just quickly, 2 hours in and we're just done, and then like half an hour later I'm on the ground just out.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll probably try to film it. Yeah, right? Yeah, so we might have a face reveal. We still have a welcome to our YouTube page video that I totally forgot about.
Yeah.
Until a couple seconds ago. So we'll be uploading that soon. And we'll post that to the socials and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it should be keep an eye out for us. Yeah, we're gonna try cranking up some things, I think, a little bit more. Especially at least on my end. I don't know about yours, but with the summer kind of wind down, I'm finally like, life seems to be a little bit slowing down. I'm not like, it doesn't feel like I'm gone every weekend, gonna be gone every weekend anymore, or all that stuff. So should be good.
Yeah, same here. Things at my job are slowing down, and it's 100% because of the weather. So which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So no, I should be able to get you guys some more stuff. And then Segling should be able to get you some more stuff, including this new idea that we've been kind of hinting at and alluding with, and doing some looking into on our end.
Yeah, should we do the grand reveal?
I think maybe a partial reveal. Like,
sure.
Let's give a little bit of a rundown of what it'll entail. Maybe we don't reveal exactly what the case is, but we reveal kind of what our thought process is.
Yeah, so the Half Done is currently working on a special, which involves kind of a local story and doing some research into that. I guess I don't know how much you want to give away, but
I think like you said, it's going to be a local story. We're going to try to bring it a little bit more to home for us, so to say. It's going to be about some missing persons, some potential homicides. kind of a crime thing. It's it just like a mystery in every sense of the word. I mean, there's kind of a logical explanation which fits everything, with what happened to a sense, but then there's just some strange going-ons surrounding it. So, I mean, honestly, it could be one of those things we look into, and the official explanation is what makes the most sense, and we go through doing. We haven't quite figured it out, 4 or 5 episodes or something, but we go through doing that, and the official explanation makes the most sense, and hey, everybody's a little bit more informed. Or we go through doing it, and there's just some things that don't add up, and who knows? Maybe we find something cool on it. Maybe it remains a mystery. It'll be one of those things. Since it's a real life thing, it'll be hard to play out.
Yeah, and that's kind of another thing we're excited about too, is that you, the listeners, will be given all the information that we have, and then you guys can decide.
Yeah.
Is this more than what it seems like? Is truth stranger than fiction, or Yeah.
No, so it should be pretty cool. And then a nice thing is, so like I'm kind of a nut when it comes to I guess crime and mysteries and stuff like that. So this will be kind of a cool way for us to get a lot of different things involved, as far as we'll get to do research, which is always fun. We'll get a look at stuff that is local to where we're from, or where we live. I shouldn't say I'm from, but where we live, kind of things that maybe people even local to the area who've been around the area for a long time haven't ever heard about, or just don't know much of. So it could be cool.
Yeah, I know for a fact that my parents don't know anything about it, and they moved to Sioux Falls in 1991 or 2. So I didn't want to give anything away, but I think what was going on was in that time period.
Yeah, so it should be pretty cool. Then I mean, we've all of a sudden there's been just a whole host of things that have popped through our head. From coming up with this, as far as how we're going to get it out, how we're going to go about it, things like that. So I mean, it should be pretty cool. And to be honest with everybody, once we start getting rolling on it, once we get a plan of attack, we'll let you know, but probably won't hear from us for a little while, because we'll be busy doing our best to make it something that is as good as we can.
Totally. We kind of joke around that we're like kind of the half-assed podcast, but for this we're going all in.
Yep. So it should be sweet. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully maybe it comes out real well, and we can pursue some other things as they come about.
Yeah, and as far as the podcast goes, we'll still be doing we're not like totally dropping our podcast format and going to do this, but yeah, I think calling it a special is kind of a good way of describing it. But you'll still be hearing our goofy little bi-weekly podcast.
Yep. Or bi-monthly.
Yeah, correct, sorry.
Hopefully bi-monthly.
Yeah.
If we stuck to schedule a little bit more, which hell, who knows, maybe we'll be able to a little bit more.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we've done pretty well for the summer, because the summer's all about like not doing work.
Yeah, I was gonna say summer is supposed to be about not doing anything that you're supposed to. We've done pretty decent. It's been a few weeks since the last one, but we've done pretty decent at getting these out there. So yeah, we'll keep trying our thing.
Yeah, so thanks for just tuning into that. And we'll be giving more information in the next couple weeks here, but I suppose we can kind of go back to our regular podcast here. Before the show, we were talking a little bit about kind of some. We don't really usually talk about current events that much, but the Space Force.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna get political on the show. I'm gonna do my damnedest not to. But the Space Force, for as ridiculous as it sounds, like it is just ridiculous sounding, and I love it. Like I have, and it might not be practical. Like I don't know hardly anything about it, but when they announced the Space Force a few weeks back, and then they're coming out with some more details, like it reminds me almost of, like every time I hear Space Force, I think of something silly like Super Troopers, or not Super Troopers, like Starship Troopers or something, and like that's what's in my head is like a bunch of people in the Space Force with that type of gear fighting bugs. So yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, when I hear it, I think of like a Buzz Lightyear like character. And it's funny because half of me loves it and half of me hates it.
Yeah.
I think the child in me loves it, and I think the young adult in me like doesn't like it. But it's I think regardless of where you fall on like the political spectrum, like a lot of people are definitely interested in this.
Yeah, this is. Regardless of political affiliations or beliefs, the Space Force is something everybody can be interested in equally. Because just the name, I don't know what else to say about it. Like, it's just, I'm going to be fascinated by what occurs.
And yeah, maybe the government knows something we don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there are aliens and they're coming to attack us, and we need to just bulk up right now.
Yeah. Because there are aliens. I don't know if they're coming to attack us, but I'm firmly in the opinion that there's some type of alien life form or on another planet. And it would be kind of cool if it was like giant bugs and it was like Starship Troopers.
That would be cool. Yeah, even if it helps kind of propel. I don't know if this would make any sense. I haven't heard a lot about the details. We should try to pull up because I think the vice president was talking about it today. But do you think in any way this would help propel a manned mission to Mars?
I would like to think so. The kid in me, and even now, I love like NASA and space and science and stuff like that. Just is the cool. Like it's always been the coolest. It's just fascinating to me. And it's been sad, like over our lifetime, to watch it slowly get defunded and like less emphasis on it, because I mean that's where like a lot of like huge technological revolutions came out of like the space race and things like that.
Oh, totally.
But if it like can help beef up our like everybody's like gets a renewed interest, like hey, this is something like let's go to Mars, like let's push our like technological boundaries. I think that would be a very good thing for everybody involved, and like that's something I could support.
Oh, totally, me too. And apparently according to the internet here, the last time we were on the moon was December 11th 1972.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to believe, because I mean obviously we have like studies and tests in the International Space Station, but I feel like we don't know everything we could about the moon. And even setting up like satellites or telescopes on the moon, I mean, I feel like that would be smart, just because just on Earth there's all those different factors. I guess I don't really know what I'm saying, but apparently today Vice President Pence unveiled a plan for the Space Force. If Congress agrees to establish it, it will be the sixth branch of the military, which I don't know too much about the military, but they obviously do. I'm sure they do like scientific stuff other than military like action.
Yeah. I was gonna say I know there's a lot of like the different branches of the military will have like military scientists, and they like study a lot of things. So I mean the military itself does a lot of science stuff. I don't know exactly what, because I'm not I'm just not that informed on it. I've seen things on it. I've read stuff on it, but yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see see what happens with all this. Hell, maybe we'll keep ourselves informed so we can keep our listeners informed kind of as it goes.
Yeah, totally. This is funny, just reading this kind of outline. It's talking about the Space Force. It's going to be a group of elite joint war fighters specializing in the domain of space. Here's what I was looking at. Military Astronaut Corps. That's just funny to me. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of Buzz Lightyear. And the more I think about this, the more I want, like, answers.
We want to know. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to find out about it, I'm sure, moving forward.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of like space and summer, I know now is like prime time for like meteor showers and stuff, which is cool.
I was gonna say, so I know in the northern hemisphere we're starting to get like close to like prime time for meteor showers. So I think there's a couple coming up here next month, but like September you start getting a few more, but like after that, like it's really good meteor shower season through about December, I think beginning of January.
Sweet. I'm all about that. My older brother, he was really into astronomy and stuff, and I think for his like when he finished like middle school, he got like this little telescope, and it's pretty much he could only look at the moon with it because it wasn't like super good, but that was still fun. And then we'd go outside in the summers and like look at the the little meteors, and you'd have to do it like in the dead of night. It always seemed like, just because that's when it was like the clearest.
Yeah, it's real sweet when you get to go somewhere that doesn't have like a lot of light pollution or anything like
totally.
that. I think the coolest spot I ever was able to see like stars and just night sky and shit like that was when we were when I was down in Ecuador, and I went to like the start of the Amazon rainforest essentially.
Sure.
And we were out there, and like there's no light anywhere outside of the candles that we had and stuff. So I mean, it was just it was just ultra clear skies, like as clear as I've ever seen, and I mean, it's awesome.
Oh, I bet it was gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it was super sweet. I mean, they were even real good when I was out in when I was just up in Canada doing some fishing. I mean, where we were at was like middle of nowhere, so like the skies, again, not a lot of light pollution. It was real good. And I mean, even in South Dakota, you can find some spots that are not the world's clearest skies, but you can find some really good places that don't have a lot of light, where you can kind of look up and stare at the sky.
Yeah, in college, just at right at the river there, there's that like outlook. I went there with a couple friends once, just to like go stargazing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like the clearest I had ever seen it.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, that was probably nothing like what you saw.
Yeah, I was gonna say that place was real cool, the outlook, because that was kind of one of my go-to date moves.
Oh yeah,
classic Nick dating move.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's go stargazing.
It's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap. So yeah, we'd go to the river. Usually the outlook was a pretty good spot to go. So yeah, it was sweet. I saw quite a few meteor showers up at that spot.
That's cool. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't know. Just looking at the stars, thinking about life, thinking about your own life, thinking about just everything. I don't know. It's very. I don't know. It could kind of freak people out, but I think it's very kind of calming and getting you kind of in tune with nature and just the universe. I know that sounds silly, but
yeah. And that's why it's a great date idea.
Yeah. It's very sentimental, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep. It's a great way to, if you're guys or girls, whatever you're into, if you're looking to take somebody out romantically, take them stargazing or take them somewhere like that, because where you can kind of look up at the night sky, because like you said, I mean, it's it's very introspective, it's very calming, kind of peaceful just watching them. And yeah, it can be very romantic, and it's something that you don't have to break the bank for.
No, it's HDP approved. That's Half Done Podcast approved.
Maybe we should. Maybe this will be our next episode. We'll see.
Yeah.
But maybe we can come up with a list of HDP approved date ideas or something.
Okay, we definitely have to do that for the next one.
I think we should, or hell, maybe we make a YouTube video about it.
Oh, that'd be fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, HDP does dating, tips to dating and dating advice.
I still desperately want to just get I would love to give relationship advice over an episode live, because we did that in radio a couple times.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah,
I mean, it was so much fun, is what I'm trying to say.
I was gonna say I was there when you guys did it a few times, and it was awesome.
People actually called. I remember this one girl. She was living in North Complex, and she actually had a question, and she was straight up being serious, because we had, I don't know, I felt like some people were just joking around, but I think we actually helped her, because when in doubt, just say communication is key.
Yeah, when you don't know what other type of relationship advice to give, no matter what the situation, good communication always helps. If you say that, everybody's like, wow, that's genius.
That is genius.
Because I mean, it's true for any situation. I can't think of a situation it wouldn't be true for.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that would be a lot of fun. If we can, listeners, share us out loud, have all of your friends, if you like the show, get as many people to listen to us as possible. Get as many people to like our stuff, all that thing, because then if we can grow enough of an audience, if we can have enough people that are listening to this, like Drew said, we can do a live show where everybody's tuned in at the same time, and we're just privately giving out advice to people on relationships and all that stuff.
Because YouTube does live videos, doesn't it?
YouTube does live videos. Perfect. I was gonna say Facebook does, Instagram does. We're covered.
Yeah,
we got the gambit.
That's great. HDP takes on love, and what is love?
what is love? We could play a little bit of, I don't even know who sings that song, but
the dance song.
Yeah, the SNL Night at the Roxbury song.
That would be great.
Yeah,
that would be great. I think we hit our mark here, but just a quick wrap up. Yeah, we've got our special coming up, and we'll give more details for that. What was that YouTube video you were gonna post? Oh no, your own video.
Yeah.
We might do the Hams challenge coming up. We might do some love advice. Just HDP approved dates. Just all that jazz.
Yep. So yeah, keep track of us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out our website. All that stuff. We'll be getting a lot of things posted out. Like I said earlier, share us. Have your friends listen to us. Force our voices into their ears. Whatever you got to do. Help us grow. Help us kind of push things forward. Let's get her rocking. So. You've been tuned into the Half Done. I'm Nick Bell.
I'm Drew Helen.
And you all get dirty, my friends.